Hello. Okay. I hear myself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we start. So we ended the last, whatever it's called, the last episode with, what was it? What did it end with? It ended with her attempting suicide, or on Trevor's case, actually doing suicide. And then it did some type of, why did it do what was the cliffhanger?
There
It
was
was,
none.
I don't think there was one.
Okay,
yeah.
then
She
we,
just they just stared off into the sunset, her and Lauren.
oh yeah, yeah, and you see the little eclipse thing. Okay, so then it starts with you like at night because you're going to break into the school for episode 3. I guess you can kind of like explore the dorm room and see like what was happening, like what happens at night. And you see people are actually like a little bit, well, I mean they should be. They're disturbed by Kate's like attempted suicide with Trevor though. They're disturbed by her
Straight up
actual
dead.
death. And
I
then
just like to say here, Dana, I think it's Dana, is literally psychotic, like
which one's Dana?
deranged. The one
They,
who got locked in her room by her
Oh,
roommate,
wait,
isn't
why
that
is she
Yeah.
Dana?
deranged? Yeah, that's why.
Because why is her door wide open in the dead of night and she's just sitting there staring at the floor? That was
True,
unhinged.
true. But then again,
Oh.
maybe she's just one of those people. Like, say, I remember for my freshman year, I would leave my door open. Not at night, but most of the time, I would leave it open.
Yeah,
that's
mine was open too, but at
at
night,
night.
Maybe she's just a very social butterfly.
okay, she
I
looked
mean, that is
unhinged.
one thing that I did notice. It's like, it's weird that everyone leaves their door unlocked. The only person who didn't leave their door unlocked was Nathan for that one part.
Oh yeah.
But every other person, like even Victoria, just leaves their door unlocked. I'm like, what the heck?
I was just
So,
wondering. I guess they don't have. I thought they didn't have locks until Nathan's room.
yeah. So then you could go into the bathroom and talk to one of Victoria's cronies, and she'll be like, "Oh
Oh,
yeah, I regret, blah 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 blah." So then you
Being
go
a
you go to the
douche.
school. Yeah. So then you go to the school. You see Victoria talking to Mr. Jefferson, trying to trying to bait him basically.
Mhm.
Mr. Jefferson is a bitch to be fired.
Why? He like ignoring what happens like at the end, the cliffhanger for the fourth episode. He didn't really do anything wrong other than say Kate kind of deserved it like a douchebag. Oh, maybe she called
I
Yeah,
him
mean,
well,
cheap.
that was weird. That
yeah.
was weird. Who knows about like a video that gets taken of a girl or whatever and spread around the school? Knows about that video, and might not know might not have seen it, but knows what the gist of it is based off of everybody talking about it, and then goes, "Oh well, she might have deserved it." Like what?
Well, there is
Doesn't
one
make
thing that I'm suspicious about. I don't know if they ever talk about it, at least in the first game. Maybe they'll talk about it in the Before the Storm or something. But I wonder about Kate and even whatever that girl who's missing. Well,
Rachel.
Chloe.
who's yeah, Rachel and Kate. Like they purposely chose to go to the whatever party, whatever that party is called, which seems so
Mhm.
weird. Like even just Kate by herself, the fact that she
Yeah.
decided to
Yeah.
go.
I literally don't understand why she went.
It's the same thing with Stella, right? She was at the party and she's like the biggest bookworm at the school.
No, no,
And
no,
then
no, no, no,
when
no, no. But they were. It seemed like Kate and Rachel were like, because you know how they separated it. There was like the whole school club party, and then there's the actual like people who are in the Vortex Club part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Kate and Rachel were in the Vortex Club portion. So that means
Hmm.
they were like, even if they just
Yeah.
invited
Stella.
Kate, it's still weird that Kate even decided like, oh, I want to be in the real part of it, like where they have the
why
drinks and stuff.
you have to
Stella was only there for the money. She literally said,
Yes.
"This
you
is."
have, like put your mind in that of a social pariah, high school, college chick.
But her character, like at least how they tell you, her character's supposed to be this whole like abstinent, fully religious character
Yeah.
who's like very goody two shoe,
Partying
loves
is definitely
children.
not included in that.
Yeah, so it's weird that for some reason in the past she broke from character and decided I'm going to go to like like say me, like I'm not like the goody two shoe, but you're not going to find me in a freaking what do you call it? Like a freaking crack den. Like if you heard that I
Yeah.
went to a crack den, you'd be like, "That's weird." Like that's weird that he would decide.
Yeah.
And that's like the equivalent of Kate. Like she's super religious and decided to go to like like where stuff like that happened. So it makes me wonder, like, was she not quote asking for it, but like, is there start parts of the story that they don't talk about? Like even with Rachel, where it turned out Rachel was part of the whole drug thing with that whatever drug guy. Like she was actively part of it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. All we know so far is that she was in a relationship with Frank.
Yeah, she was, and Frank is like a super drug dude. And then like I remember
Yep.
I saw something with what's his name, the security officer. He said that she was like holding stuff in her bag, like she had drugs in her bag and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like, yeah, she could
Dang.
have just been like, it's just, just doing normal drug, like she was just smoking weed. But just still seems off that like all these pieces connect to like not that they deserved it, but that they were like already part of this world almost. And then they got caught off guard. Like say how Victoria is. Like apparently Victoria was gonna be the next victim, I guess. But yeah, still, yeah, you see Victoria talking to Mr. Jefferson, trying to allude to him having like private time when they go to San Francisco or whatever. But then he says no, which is crazy. And then what happens? I forgot what happens. Oh yeah. You go through the school and you try to go into the principal's office and you do your little
Principal's
time
also
travel
a
crap.
bitch.
The principal?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, he's getting money. That's all he gives a shit about.
I don't know. He seems like he's an okay guy.
The principal? Hell no.
Yeah, no.
What has he actually done that's been bad?
Nothing. The email to Nathan was omega weird.
But he still suspended him though for the cake
Yeah,
thing.
true.
That's after he got
And
outed in front of everyone, including a police officer.
Look,
did
the
he get
only
outed?
male in the entire thing that I'm not suspicious of right now is
David. Yeah.
which
No,
is really
but
weird.
he's a little off
Yeah.
too. Like he's not bad, but he's off in
Well,
his
of
own
course he's
way.
off, but at least we know that he's not like doing the things to
No, but why?
people.
Like for example, why did he want to? Like he's apparently with the father of Nathan. You remember when you're questioning Nathan and you learned that he like he watches over or like he has
Oh
some
yeah,
type of
yeah.
correspondence with Nathan's father, which is weird.
hmm
Or like he wanted to put security cameras around
Well, the
Nathan's
security.
house.
Well,
That's weird
yeah,
too. So I wonder, like,
Is
with
it?
the town, how much stuff is actually like, how much dirt is actually in the town? Like, how dirty is the town in
yeah.
general?
I don't think Nathan's father is even bad guy. I'm gonna be real.
No, he is bad.
Says who?
You know.
It was in Nathan's room. Well, I mean, he obviously doesn't like like he knows about Nathan's stuff. For
Does he?
example, when you go into the dark room, you'll
Yeah.
see like an email where it says his father saying like, I've been putting up with your stuff for a while, and the stuff that we won't even need to talk about. Don't embarrass me. This. We have this
Yeah, but
legacy.
think of the example he gives of you like yelling my name in public. That's the example.
No, but but he
And
alluded that
plus there's
there
the
are other
email.
things.
Plus
What?
there's the letter or email or whatever from the psychiatrist where he's like, I need like to his dad or whatever, and he's like, I need you to be like more involved. Like your son is a legit psychopath.
Then do you think that that email that I saw? I don't know if that's a spoiler though.
Just talk about
I'm
what
just
you
not going to
saw in
say
this
it.
episode. I don't understand.
But that's why I don't know. I don't know if that's something that it's obvious or not. I'm basing it off the cliffhanger on the final episode where you see
Right.
that it's Mr. Jefferson who like
Right.
shot freaking Chloe or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but I'm not talking about Mr. Jefferson.
yeah, but I'm saying that email that I saw because you're
He's
alluding that
thinking
his
that.
father doesn't know. And I'm
So
wondering if that
yeah,
email
he's
I saw
thinking that
was not
that.
his father, was it Mr. Jefferson?
So like you're talking about the email where he's like, we'll achieve like great things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, it could be
Yeah,
from him.
that is from his dad.
Oh, is it from his
But then
dad?
that email alludes that he knows about the dark room at least. This
Yeah.
whatever that crap that's happening in that room or
Why?
whatever.
Unless he's talking about something totally unrelated, and
Yeah,
it's just
because
in the context makes you think that they're talking about that.
yeah, it could be that.
Because like maybe his dad's literally just talking about him.
All the dad said was, you know, I think I can't remember if he said like don't worry about I think he said like don't worry about the whole school thing or whatever. I just need you to like keep it together so that, you can fulfill your destiny or whatever. Which what I'm trying to what I understand it to be is his destiny is just, like taking over the family
Yeah,
business
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
exactly.
there was like one sentence where he said like where he was talking about like I've been putting up with a lot of your craziness basically, and then the next sentence said something like and stuff that we won't even mention. Where I'm like this stuff that you won't even mention because it was in the dark room where that email was. I'm like, is he talking about the
He could be. He could be, but I didn't want to assume that.
True. I was just assuming that because it was in the context of the dark room. So I'm like, okay, that means his father knows, but it could be, like what you're saying, could be just
I
something
mean,
completely different.
like I think his dad knows that his son is crazy,
Hmm.
but I think he doesn't like know that his son's crazy enough to like be actively killing people at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't they just take
'Cause-
those photographs from the dark room and just go straight to the police?
That is something crazy though. Yeah, why
Yeah.
didn't they? It didn't. She has a camera. Her whole motive is having a camera or
True.
whatever. She doesn't take one
Yeah.
picture in there.
She didn't even take a picture of Rachel.
Yeah,
It
like of the evidence, actual evidence of stuff. It's like, what the heck? What's wrong with you?
wasn't in the moment enough.
But then the game would
what
only
you
three
don't
episodes.
think?
True.
What picture did I take? This week. It was one of those random retarded pictures.
But then there's
Oh, there's one of Chloe's back that she takes in the cutscene.
wait, what? Backpack.
Or she takes a picture of Chloe's back after she gets back from. I mean, we're jumping all around, but after she goes back in time the second time to like bring Chloe back from being like a freaking vegetable.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wait, I didn't take that picture then, so that's why I don't remember.
I thought it was part of the cutscene.
What I don't understand is why did she burn that photo?
Wait. Let's not skip though. Let's not fully skip because we're already like O'Neill said, we're hopping around. So the
Yeah, we are.
school, we go to the school specifically to go to the principal's office to find evidence about Nathan, I guess. And
Uh-huh.
then, did you take the money? Because that's like
Oh,
basically.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
didn't.
did not.
Dang, because I was like, we have some morals. We need to have some morals.
We knew we needed to have some morals.
So what was the evidence that we found though? Like in the
It
office?
was files on each of the students.
That was it? That's just all we.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was like, well, there were some emails and stuff too.
yeah,
Like
that's
the
where we
email
see
that O'Neill.
the email to Nathan.
Oh, okay. Also, I didn't expect Max to be a C student. I thought she was going to be like, I don't know, something like at least a B. She's barely passing.
But she's barely in school.
Like, dang. And then you see Nate. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Nathan just straight up just breezing by school. He doesn't have to do anything. He's just
Yeah, but it's crazy. He still only has a 4.7. I mean, not 3.7. You'd think it would be higher.
oh, true. Well, maybe they had to make it realistic enough. Like, if he was having a 4.0, they'd be off. But yeah, so after that, oh yeah, they decide to go swimming for whatever reason. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
this
let's
is
go to
random.
so you go swimming and you. Oh wait, there is something I noticed. That was the thing where I said, oh, it's confirmed that Max is bi. This is back in the nighttime, like where you're in the girls' dorm. You can go into Victoria's room when you learn that she's out, and then
Yeah.
Hmm.
Victoria has like all these female magazines. Max says, "Oh, seems Victoria's just as straight as I am." And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I guess Max is legitimately bi, I guess. Like, dang, that was such a
Victoria's room
throwaway
was
line. What you say?
something else too. By the way, I said
That
Victoria having those pictures of her on her wall of herself on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Those
That's,
like full body size pictures.
but then again, I feel like I don't know. I could see girls doing that in real life. Girls do that mess. Self-absorbed, or some girls, not everyone. But, oh, yeah.
All
So
right,
they go
might
to
have to
swimming.
mute here. I got some customers coming in.
Okay. So they go swimming, and you go through the locker room. Did you go through both locker rooms?
Yeah,
I only went through the girls.
you're
Yeah,
trolling.
yeah, you're a troll. I mean, it's not much, but you see some stuff like like for example, you see Nathan's
Yeah.
pills. You see stuff about I thought they said something about Rachel or Kate or something. I don't know. Like on the graffiti because they had that graffiti on the wall.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, that was. I think that was what made me start being more suspicious. Where I was like, is Kate and Rachel like as pure as we try to make them seem? You know.
Hey, how you doing?
But then you go to the pool, you swim around. They're like swimming like little kids or whatever, splashing each other. And then it turns out they get caught or whatever. Somehow, I
Of
guess
course.
alarms trip.
Yep.
Where did you hide?
In
Uh,
the boss.
yeah, in the stalls.
Yeah, me too. So then you run
It's
out.
so freaking dark.
So then you run out and then you get away. She drives like a maniac. So of course they're going to see this car screeching away.
Yeah, I like
You
we did not need to do all of that.
yeah. So then you sleep in at Chloe's house. What happens?
they have sex.
I don't know what game Brian's been playing. Brian's playing it. What happens? I forgot. You're in the school. I mean, you're in her house. I forgot what happens.
Actually, I don't remember. Is it the evidence stuff?
I know
Oh
you
wait,
go to
no.
get breakfast. Oh
Uh
yeah, yeah, yeah,
huh.
yeah, yeah. You go for the evidence because you go to get breakfast. You talk to Joyce,
Oh, yeah, and then you have the
Chloe.
argument with the dad.
No, no, that's after.
Well, that's after breakfast.
Yeah, no, that's
But
after you get the evidence.
was it?
Because remember,
Oh
Joyce was
well,
making a
okay, yeah,
fuss
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Chloe. Chloe
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
down,
yeah.
starts
That I'm
something.
thinking about the other evidence, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's the
That
next episode.
the evidence in
Go
his
back to school.
garage. Yeah.
What you say?
Don't you just go back to school?
No, because remember, like you go to get breakfast, then Chloe comes down when you're talking to Joyce, and Chloe like makes a fake argument, so then you can go into the garage and look for more evidence.
Yep.
And you
And
have
then
Did you
the
see
what?
those dead birds?
Yeah, the dead bird. Did you see? I mean, O'Neill
yeah, I forgot.
left the
I keep
birds.
forgetting to do things, and then I come across something, and it's like, oh, because I didn't do this, this happened. I'm like, fuck.
Well, the dead birds not happen for you guys?
No, no, dead birds happen for everyone, but you can
I
have
think
that
that
bird in
happened.
the house.
Yeah, that fucking blue
Yeah.
jay died because I forgot to open the window.
I mean, why are they just letting a bird just chill in a dead bird just sit in the house?
True, true. That thing would stink after a while.
Well, I mean, technically,
Oh.
I shouldn't have been the only one to open a window. There's
True,
people
yeah.
living in
They
there.
literally see the bird flying around, just chilling.
One
You see
quarter,
that as
one cheese,
military.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. No, Neil's it's the
three half
customer.
sausages.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what
Two
the
half
fuck?
baked. What do you call them?
Wait, so what do you find in the computer? I forgot about that too. I forgot completely. It must
I
not
mean,
have
I
been much.
think there was
ID.
like photos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
His
yeah,
ID.
yeah. For when you
Photos and
like,
emails.
yeah. So then,
I think one of them was like an email from Nathan's dad or something like that.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it was something like that. Oh yeah, that's when you like learn all this stuff. Like he's actually trying to like, or he's close with the father in some way, I guess.
Yeah,
So then you leave, and then the dad comes in. Oh yeah, because the dad comes in because of the people
Yeah.
like with
Smoke
the
hot bullshit.
yeah, 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 yeah. So he's all pissed, and then you could either defend him or defend Chloe. What you do?
I mean,
defended
why would you
Chloe, of
defend?
course.
I
Like,
defended him
you're a punk.
because I was getting to a point where I was like, Chloe, you already started a fight with your mom for no reason, just to get, and you're starting a fight with him. Like he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy. If you ignore the slap in that first episode, if you ignore
That
that slap, he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy.
was a
You're
hard
think-
slap.
you're not thinking as a kid. You're thinking of, as a fully brain developed, like 30, 28-year-old. That
Yeah,
girl is
She's not 15. I mean, she acts 15, but
18.
she's 18. Yeah.
technically she's 19, I think, but yeah.
No, no,
Your
she's
brain
Yeah,
is
she's
not.
I
she's
thought
true.
she was a year older than.
No, it's Chloe who's 19. Max is still
Oh
young.
wait, you're right. Never mind. I thought we were talking about Chloe. That's why I was like,
But then why did Chloe oh, because you go to the diner to after the fight or whatever, you go to the diner to search through what's his name's thing.
mhm.
The freaking drug dealer. That scene in the diner is funny as mess. He's pissed about those beans.
He's
Those
talking
beans
to
are important to him.
I loved some of that shit. I was eating those beans.
He was pissed. And then the way Chloe says it or Max says it, it's like, you eat like a pig. Eat off the
Might as
ground
well
or
eat on
whatever.
the floor.
Yeah, it's like, what the
So nonchalantly.
he just crashes out from that for no reason.
It just slips on the beans.
That's the funniest thing in the whole game. And then there's what else was it? I forgot. There was something else you could do, and he just like, did you really just do that?
When you can pour the can
Oh
onto
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the stuff.
It's like there was no
Just
reason to do that scene.
splatter it all over him.
So you talk to Nathan, you talk to the police officer, you talk to him. You
Also, I love
solve
how when you talk to Nathan, he like gives you so much information, but then at the
true.
end, when you're done talking to him, he's like, "Now stop running your mouth."
Yeah.
Like you literally just spilled everything.
Oh yeah, that was the thing that made me suspicious of Rachel. Was that he like you talk to Nathan about the whatever his name is, the drug dealer. He'll
Hmm.
say like, "Oh, she only liked him because or she only try acted like she liked him so he can get his drugs or get his money so then she can
Yeah.
leave for California." But I was like, there
Uh,
must be a grain of truth in there.
probably yeah.
So that's what made me wonder like how much is Rachel like an actual good person?
Yeah, true.
Like she still doesn't deserve to
She
get
could be.
murdered, but
No.
I think the next game's supposed to explain that because the Before the Storm's supposed to be like a prequel.
Have you played Before the Storm?
I only played 2 episodes or something, or maybe one, because I didn't like that they changed how Chloe acted and they changed her voice actor too. So she's not as cool. Like Chloe in this game, she's freaking cool.
Hold
She's
up.
a cool girl, but in the next game or
Single up.
in the first game, she acts different and her voice actor's different. Because like Chloe in this game, the voice actor's like a famous voice actor or famous
Funny
actor,
girl, kind of.
or at least fairly famous. Like she's like on a TV show, famous.
So you never played it, finished it.
Yeah, so like I guess they
They can
couldn't afford her
they
for the prequel,
help on the side.
so she
Hold
acts different, she sounds different, so it made me like not want to finish it.
they I mean,
But still,
you know,
what happens? Oh yeah, yeah. So somehow you steal the
more don't
key, like doing the backwards time crap, because he just leaves stuff out. He's like, oh, you want to see this picture of whatever, whatever.
got a song for taking feed
So
biscuit.
then you
Put
can
that on
you go back outside, you deal with the dog. Did you throw the dog or the bone in the street?
No, I knew what was gonna happen if I did that.
I did that my
Like
first playthrough.
I
I
was
don't know why
such
I
an
did that.
obvious troll pig.
But then you go throughout her the freaking RV and you learn basically that they had some type of relationship, some type of intimate relationship, and then Chloe crashes out because she loved her, I guess. He's like, oh, why dare she not believe in me or not tell me this stuff? So she's just pissed for no reason, and then yeah, because she blames her dad for all her misfortunes because her dad died. So then Max goes back to school. She feels guilty. She realizes she can go back in time. So she does, and she changes it by like hiding the keys of her dad. So then her dad never goes in the car and gets in a car crash.
You never. And she sends you some text messages which Max does not respond to because like she still hates her, even though she's literally being nice to her. But Victoria is so fucking nice.
Well, isn't that what one of
Literally,
her friends said? Like, if you get to know Victoria, Victoria's actually a good person.
like yeah, because she was literally like being so nice to Max.
Also, you can look through other text messages. She's mean to like what's her name? The girl who always gets hit by the football and all that crap.
Uh,
Did that on purpose. Don't do it again. If you
All
look
right, I'm
through her
back.
parent, we the only thing. Do you remember the bean scene, O'Neill? When you go to
Yeah.
get wasn't that funny as mess for no
Oh, with the
reason?
shit.
No, like when you go to the diner to like go into the RV, you have to like talk to Nathan and the police officer and that drug guy.
Oh, I thought you said pool. My bad.
No, I said the
Yeah,
bean scene.
the bean scene.
Yeah.
that's mean.
I was eating those beans. Are you crazy? I was
I didn't even
eating
do that.
the what? That's the funniest scene
Hey, you
in
missed that?
gaming.
You didn't spill his beans on the floor?
Eat like a pig. Try floor. Funny.
So he just picks up the plate and dumps the beans on the ground
And
and he
he is
freaks
pissed.
out.
It's the funniest scene in the whole game.
He gets up and he tries to freaking attack you, and then he slips on the beans.
Yeah, I just spoke to him, and then he took out the keys, and then I grabbed him, and he tried to fuck me up, but I rewound time. Yeah.
Oh dang. But so we already talked. Oh wait, did you throw the dog bone at the street?
No, I'm not a
Okay,
freaking
okay.
Yeah.
psycho.
Okay, so we talked about after after Chloe or Max tells Chloe that Rachel was with the drug guy in some intimate way. Chloe
Hmm.
crashes out, gets all pissed. So then and then blames her dad for dying, and that's why her fate, like why her life turned around. So then
Hmm.
Max goes back in time using the
Yeah.
photo, and that's where we are now. So she throws away the key, and Max like he doesn't have to go drive so he doesn't die. And then it turns out like history changes, and you learn that Max is now part of the freaking Vortex Club in the
Hmm.
altered universe. And we were talking about the text messages because if you look through her text messages, like
Like
Victoria's super nice to her. Max is mean to like what the girl who always gets hurt where you have to save her.
Alyssa, I think her name
Yeah.
is.
You also see that like she's spending too much money. Like her mom is like sending her messages saying, "Hey, you're spending so much money." And Max is just a mean daughter. Basically, it's just Max
Hmm.
is a douchebag, just in general, like in that altered universe, until like the real Max regains conscience.
Yeah.
So then she decides, oh, I got to see Chloe, and then you reveal that Chloe's like in a freaking in a wheelchair, paralyzed head down,
Oh
which
yeah.
it seems so like so forced. Like they didn't have to go that hard.
They
You know,
didn't, but I literally like before he even showed her, I was like suspected that she was gonna be like paralyzed or something in a
yeah.
wheelchair, and then sure enough,
And it's like, she has like little buttons. Like she looks like the guy from Overlord in Mass Effect. Like, she's so like just completely busted, I guess to show that her life fully flipped. So then,
Oh, I forgot to ask. Did you guys kiss?
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of
Chloe.
course, of course, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I did go back in time and decided to not do it, and then like Chloe said, like, "Oh, I already know that you did it," and then went back in time, and then didn't do it. That's funny. And then I went back in time and did it again because I was like, "This is the lore pick." So then, oh yeah, so that was the end of the episode. Like, the freaking cliffhanger of her being in a freaking wheelchair. So then the next
Yep.
episode starts. She's still in a wheelchair. You're like talking to her. It's super awkward. I mean, Max makes it more awkward. It did not need to be that awkward. Like if I see Trevor in a wheelchair, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, I can't talk to Trevor anymore. This is so weird." I just be like, "Dang, Trevor really got messed up."
You know you would.
It would be awkward, but I wouldn't like it wouldn't change the way I talk to him fully. Max is acting like she like I don't know, she has like a freaking eyeball hanging out or
Especially if you
something.
ever had like brain damage.
Yeah, she didn't have brain damage.
She's just
Like if she was
paralyzed.
drooling out of the mouth, then like yes, of course it's different.
It's just she's just in a wheelchair. That's literally it. She's the same Chloe, mostly.
Yep,
Like she doesn't
mostly.
have blue hair, I guess. So then you basically go through this whole sob story about how her life sucks. Oh, she can't do the stuff she can't wants to do. Well, I mean, that's the awkward thing that you have to help her with so much stuff. Like she can't even drink from a water bottle. You gotta, give
Yeah.
her a sippy cup. So then you talk to her dad, who's now alive, and like he's struggling with bills and crap because it's so expensive. Like they're like $200,000 in debt or something like that. They're thinking they have to foreclose their house, but he's still happy. Like he's happy that she's alive. Blah 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 blah. He said he's gonna work through it. Same thing with the mother. Like you go talk to the mother, it's the same thing. Like they're sad that there's money issues, but they're still happy that Chloe's alive and all that. So then you go back down to Chloe, and Chloe's like, I want you to kill me. What did you guys do? Did you kill her?
No.
Dang, lore pick. O'Neill?
This like it matters anyway.
I mean, I didn't kill her.
I guess O'Neill's at work or whatever.
I mean, it doesn't. It literally, like Trevor's right.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but technically, because remember, every time the universe is trying to kill her because she was supposed to die all along or whatever. I was
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
true.
people who pick to kill her are technically breaking the cycle of the game, I guess. Because it seems like Chloe, obviously, Max does not want her to die. So,
Yeah.
like, she's the one who's messing up the whole universe by not letting Chloe die. So it's weird that they allowed you to finally kill her in the altered universe, which would have made everything good again. But then Chloe's like, or Max is like, no, I don't want to do that, or whatever. So she goes back in time again to make sure that he does find the keys. And then that's what Trevor was talking about, why she burned the photo. I
Hmm.
guess because she doesn't want to accidentally go back in time again.
I guess, but like she could have just not gone back in time. Like, hello.
Also, it makes me wonder. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it because I think that is the spoiler, technically, for the final episode. Anyway, what else? What else happens? So you go back in time, you fix everything, and then it turns out that Chloe and Max were trying to put together the pieces to figure out like where the dark room is or whatever, wherever, or where all this crap is happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you put together the pieces using your investigative abilities, and then
Hmm.
you find out the dark room is in this abandoned barn owned by the Prescotts. Oh, there goes Brian. You've realized that. Wait, is he going to come back? Let me just see.
Oh my god, bro.
What?
Some annoying ass customer. They're annoying ass person. You see Bucky here, bro?
Imagine if O'Neil saying that right in their face.
Go ahead and start a Bucky too.
He's back. Okay. So then you go to the abandoned barn, and then you learn that under the abandoned barn is a bunch of insanity. And then that's when you learn like, Kate was literally I don't know if they allude to that like she was like raped or anything, but she definitely was taken advantage of. And then wait, but that's the thing that confuses me. Why didn't she
Wait,
die?
yeah. Wait, you know what's weird though? When remember how like when you were talking to Kate and she was like, I don't know what happened, all this stuff. She was like, I didn't have any bruises or anything. I just what like no marks or anything. I was just felt weird.
Yeah.
But like when you see the photos in the dark room, like she's literally band like duct taped and shit, like
Yeah,
bonded
but that's
up.
not gonna have bruising.
Yeah, but like no marks or anything. Like that would leave something.
Would it?
It would.
It depends how tight you do. I mean, I don't know how tight they did it, but especially not duct tape. Duct tape won't leave bruises,
It just depends on how tight it is, but still, I don't
I
know.
guess.
And how long it's been on there for.
True. But why didn't Kate die? Because it seemed like Rachel, apparently, they killed her right after they did the thing. Well, maybe it's because she was alive? Or she wasn't drugged or something?
She was drugged, I think, but
No, because
like
you remember the picture
they
showed her
might have
really
given her two.
furious. Like she was looking angry at the camera.
Well, like technically, Kate was awake when they
No,
did
no,
that.
Kate was definitely like out of her mind, like drugged out. But it
She
seemed
was
like
drugged out.
Rachel was pissed. Like she was looking at the camera pissed.
Oh, true.
So
I
it
don't
could be
know.
that she was like a lot, like not alive, but she was aware.
Or maybe they accidentally drugged her too much the next go around.
True. But still, why did? Because it seemed like obviously they killed Rachel for whatever reason.
Yep.
Why didn't they kill Kate?
Well, maybe they were just jealous of Rachel. They didn't kill all of them.
That's true. That is true because it said like when she was looking through the amount of missing people, like
Yeah.
Max at one point she said that the last person missing was like in 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, and they have hella binders.
Yeah. So and then what else? What happens? Oh, she
uh,
goes to find like where Kate where the body is basically.
yeah, because she
So
knows the spot
she knows
is
the exact spot.
in the graveyard
Oh, also that
or the
reveals that
junkyard.
the deer is Rachel or has something to do with
Huh?
Rachel. That deer that has like the ghost deer.
Oh yeah,
Because like even in that one episode where you first go to the junkyard, the
yeah,
deer came from that same spot. That spot where, her body is.
yeah.
So I guess the deer is a spiritual Rachel.
Maybe.
But yeah, she finds out that what's her name is dead. She's like, "Oh, I loved her. Oh, God, I loved her." So she's like, "Okay, she's going to kill Nathan." You go to the Vortex Club thing and
But Nathan's not there, probably because he got
yeah,
beat the
Nathan's not
crap out
there.
of.
I forgot about that.
No, I let him go
Yeah, I
hard on
let
him.
him. He had a gun too. So I was like, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you like let him go crazy?
Yeah, let that dude pop off on his ass.
Yeah. I mean, he did go a little insane.
He did go a little insane, but it was warranted.
Yeah. When did that happen? Like, when did you?
It was when you went to go into Nathan's, when you break into
Yeah,
Nathan's room to find
we
his
forgot
stuff,
to talk
like
about that.
evidence.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, there wasn't
because
really much to talk about besides that part.
yeah, true. So then, so back at the Vortex Club, like you said, Nathan's not there. Did you warn Victoria?
Of
I
course I
did,
did,
yeah.
and she didn't listen.
I didn't, because
What? She did
I went
listen.
off on her.
Oh, she didn't listen to me.
She listened to me.
Well, I wasn't
Dang.
nice to her, so she definitely wasn't going to listen to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I
I
was like,
figured she probably
"You
wouldn't
are the
either.
reason she committed suicide or tried to commit suicide.
Oh well,
You
I didn't
are
do all
the." I was
that.
like, "You are a douchebag. I saw what you did with freaking Mr. Jefferson. You're trying to manipulate the vote. Screw you." And then I was like, "You know what? Screw her. I don't care what happens to her, douchebag."
Damn.
I mean, I did try to warn her, and then when I learned that wasn't going to listen, then I was like, "You know what? Let me go back in time and not warn her, douche. Screw Victoria." So then, what happens? Oh, you get a text sent from someone. Was it literally from Nathan?
Yeah. No.
Because I'm assuming that maybe that was from Mr. Jefferson then, because he's the one who's there.
The text was from, you're talking about Chloe's text?
Yeah, Chloe's text that made her run back to.
That was from Nathan.
Okay, so they get a text. You learn that Victoria wins the whatever award. I'm so
Well, they get the
confused.
text after that, troll.
Oh, okay, then after that, they
'Cause they're
so
like
she
on the way out type shit.
okay, so they're on the way out. Then they get the text. They rush to the freaking yard or whatever, the freaking scrap yard. Turns out nothing's there. The body's still there. And then
Yeah.
she
Huh?
gets freaking shot. Oh, no, no, no. Max gets injected.
Yep.
And then Chloe gets freaking headshot. Easy. And then you look and you see it's freaking Mr. Jefferson.
Which I already had a feeling it was gonna be him.
How'd you know?
Only in the last the episode before wait no, in that episode he
Yeah.
was starting to act a little sus. And like when as soon as he acted a little sus in like one part, I started like putting pieces together in my mind and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
I
what
bet
are the
he's
pieces,
involved.
Oh, yeah. Like how you put the pieces together in that backrooms game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Literally, I know well it makes sense
You
though.
played a
Because
backrooms
like
game? There's
we're
this
talking
multiplayer
about
backrooms game.
Mr. Jefferson
all
did one sus thing, and
Yeah.
that was saying Katie deserved it. That was literally the
no,
only
not it wasn't that. It was the when you're at the Vortex Club party. First of all, well, it was weird that he was there, but that wasn't really the sus thing. The sus thing was when he was talking about Nathan. And then I kind of started feeling like, wait a second, like I
When did you
think
talk about
he's
Nathan?
involved. When you're looking for Nathan or something, and then after you talk to Victoria, you run into Mr. Jefferson, and then you like tell
Yeah,
him
but
that
he
you're
doesn't
looking
talk
for
about
Nathan.
Nathan.
He talks about Nathan like ever so briefly.
Maybe it depends
What did he
what you
say?
tell him. Like,
This
cause
Huh?
date,
I
Trevor, you can just admit you saw it online. You can
I did
just
not
admit it.
saw it online. I
think
did
it
not.
depends on like how you talk to him, because you know how you have
These
choices.
vague statements.
I mean, he didn't say much, but like, I don't
Well,
know.
what?
Literally, what basically it started off like where you say that like you're looking for Nathan, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that you and him were close."
Say that.
Weren't obviously, and then he said something about like Nathan is covering or something or whatever. But like nobody else knows where Nathan is. First of all, he does,
So that's what made you be like,
and
okay, Mr. Jefferson's probably behind this.
okay, but he's like a super famous photographer who's like really big on photography and shit. Who else would be involved in some high tech crazy photography shit going on?
Wow.
I mean, it could be
I
that
can
Trevor
understand that you
no
saying in episode 4 being like
We know how
Jefferson.
Trevor is, okay? He saw it online.
I
It's
did
just that
not see it
simple.
okay,
online.
so the thing that happened,
I
right?
mean,
We were
I
playing this
it
multiplayer game. It's called the Backrooms. You know that whatever thing.
Y'all are
That
so upset about
so
that.
we were playing it, and there's this one puzzle where this thing like it doesn't hear, or no, yeah, it can hear but it can't see. Because I was running.
Before you continue, let's mention that before we even started that level, Jabari said, "By the way, this monster can't see anything; it can only hear."
No, I know, but it was outside. Like I was hiding in a locker, and it was just outside. It wasn't moving because no
Yep.
one was moving. So it's just outside. I was like, nothing's going to happen. Like not that nothing's going to happen. I was like,
You started
wait,
running around
no,
like a
because I was like, I
maniac, and
need
then
to get
you
out.
led it to O'Neal, and then left it outside O'Neal's
No,
locker,
no,
and then
no,
it
no.
killed O'Neal too.
Amari is 100% right here. When we died and we started spectating you, and we just see you sitting
He,
in a random room in the corner,
he
then
was he
Oh,
was solving puzzles that had no explanation. Like he just knew where
I
the.
didn't
And
need an
then there was a final
explanation.
puzzle. There was a final puzzle where you had to like turn certain vowels in a certain order. And Trevor just knew the order instantly. He just
I
knew it.
figured it out by the
He's like, oh,
numbers
I
on the
just look at the numbers
walls.
on the wall. It's like, how did you
He's
see the
just
wall? We were
trolling.
spectating him. How did he see the wall?
I saw the walls. The numbers are literally above the doorway that you walk
And
in
you
to
just
go
solved it
down the
that quickly.
hallway.
You looked and you're like, okay, that must be
It
used in the
just
future.
made sense.
It
Trevor,
was
it's
literally
okay.
They
We're
wouldn't
not
put
gonna hate
those
you for Googling.
they
You can
wouldn't
just admit it.
put
and you know
when would
what,
I have
Brian?
Googled that?
Trevor has lied to us about this before, stuff like that
He
before.
has.
Remember League? Remember
Yep.
League? We see him
Yep.
getting
Okay, but
boosted.
that's different though. That's a boost. It's
Oh,
Trevor lied
different.
you
so hard.
established
Come
a
on,
pattern
man.
back
that
then.
It's different.
I know instantly when Trevor's been Googling. I know it. He just says something that just doesn't make sense based off of the information we have. And then he scrambles to try to cover.
Y'all are just
Yeah, his
mad.
explanation didn't make sense. He's like, oh, the numbers on the wall. It's like you only saw that for a second. How did you put that piece together that quickly?
They wouldn't put it there for no
Or
reason.
he's doing that on pressure of the monster following
It
him.
was under zero pressure. The monster can't see me.
Or like even the valves, the valve that was in the room or whatever. I remember we were spectating. He had to turn on the last two valves. The first valve was in the hallway. And I see Trevor going into these rooms. I'm like, why are you even going into the room?
Because
Like,
I'm looking
the
for
hallway
stuff,
is
and then when I
looking for stuff,
saw,
quote
and
unquote.
then when I saw that there was a valve in one of them, I was like, "There's got to be a
You
valve in
were
the other ones." Then,
only looking in rooms, Trevor. When you were in the hallway, you were just sprinting to get to the next room.
yep,
And then his
because I knew
hiding
I needed to
spots.
get the valves.
His hiding
Well,
spots
it
were just
makes
Your
too
sound
sense.
was
specific.
in
You
the
have
hallway.
a valve in a room. You know it's gonna make noise when you turn it, and you see a random fucking thing just sitting there with space on the other side of it to hide. Of course,
No,
that's
because
meant
That's
to
the
not
be a
the
guy.
hiding
stuff.
And
spot.
I remember there was a part where the monster was right in front of Trevor. Trevor didn't even move.
Why
It's
would
like
you move?
no. There was something about like 'cause you would think that if the monster's running at you,
That you,
you would at
yeah,
least
that
move the camera a little
No,
bit, like a freaked
but
out.
it's only running to the last known sound location.
Was right in front of you. You were looking.
okay.
That's it. We're fine at the final episode. So guess we play that one episode this week.
Yep.
It's only like 2 hours.
If that.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then I guess the week after, then we start Before the Storm.
Yeah.
Unless, well, not unless, because two people, you have to have a majority vote, and like just like Mass Effect, me and O'Neill are not going to say no. So,
Say no to what?
because we made a rule like during Mass Effect, it's like if majority votes to, like, say if we're playing a series and majority doesn't like the series, you can vote it out to play another game.
But majority has to vote it
Yeah,
out.
but your majority has to vote it out. So that's what happened with Mass Effect, where me and Brian would never vote it out. So it was we're going to play the whole series. And same with Life is Strange. Me and O'Neill are not going to vote it out.
I
So,
don't
Well, I
know.
might change my vote depending on how they
oh
feel.
dang,
I feel like
Dang.
I'm downplaying Before the Storm and the newest one that came out. I do not care about the other two at all.
That like newest one.
Yeah,
oh
the one about
the Life is Strange 2 and the photo one, or not the photo one, the one with the Asian girl.
yeah, I like don't care about those at
Talking
all.
about
People said
True Colors.
Yeah, True
yeah,
Colors.
people said that's
Yeah.
not good either.
But what about Double Exposure?
I heard Double
It
Exposure
was
was the one that's not that good.
wait, Double Exposure the newest one?
Yeah, I heard that it's about Chloe, but they don't. I mean, it's about Max, but they don't mention Chloe. They don't mention your choice, like your choices in the first game. They don't have to
Really?
do with the back in time stuff either. Like you don't go back in time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So people were annoyed that it's too different from like the Max that we
it's
knew.
just random.
I think it still has to do with photos, but it just doesn't have to do with time travel
So
stuff.
you're
It
just
doesn't
like
have to do with Chloe.
so then you're just doing a visual novel then.
I mean, I guess it's like Walking Dead, basically. I mean, that's what Life is Strange is. It's just Walking Dead. It's like Walking Dead,
On
where
this one
it's.
you have like the I feel like the rewind adds an element.
I don't think it adds anything. I think that's the most troll crap. Oh, the we rhyme. Like it adds to the story, but like the actual ability, I rarely use it. Like I might have used it
That's because
two
you played the game
times.
before, troll.
No, even when I played the game, like because I already made my choice. Like, why would you go back in time and like say if I pick a burger at a restaurant, I'm not gonna go back in time and be like, well, that burger was good, but what if I chose the pizza? It's like I chose the burger for a reason. There's a reason I didn't choose the pizza.
Free food?
No, but you it's stupid. In the game
Oh wait,
concept, it doesn't
speaking
make
of the
sense.
rewind, okay, this is what I don't understand. So like she can rewind if she obtains an item, right? She can rewind time, but she still has the item.
Yeah.
So, like with Frank's keys, like she took his keys, rewound time so to before she took them, but she still has them, so he's
Yeah.
not mad. But okay, so then keep that in mind, and then you go to when they confront Frank at his RV, and you're trying to
Oh, I
get
forgot to
him to
talk
give
about
you
that.
the you try to get him to give you the thing without killing his dog or hurting him, right? But at the end, no matter what you do, he will always give it to you. So why is it that when he gives it to you, she can't just rewind time
No, no,
and
no,
keep
no,
it?
no. The issue is that he gives it. I mean, I think that's still stupid, but they gave it to Chloe, and then Chloe walks away.
Okay, but then why can't she just be like, "Hey, Chloe, give me that,"
Yeah,
and then
yeah. So that,
rewind? At the end of all of that, I still ended up he got stabbed, and then
really?
I was like, you know what? That's good enough.
Yeah, you do have to say like very specific stuff. Like you can't talk about stuff that you shouldn't know about. Like I messed up and talked about
The
the
last option
diary.
I, the last option I picked, I fucked up.
Yeah, I forgot.
I forgot what it was, but he got so upset, and I was like, "Damn it!"
That dude is unhinged at first. Bro, I was being unhinged.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
Those are the parts
Nathan.
that.
Nathan is unhinged.
Yeah. That dude's
Fucking straight in the
always.
team.
He's always so mad.
I mean, you know why though? It's because of his father.
I guess. Well, like he doesn't have to be a douche.
What do you mean? That's like the typical rich person, the person born into
No,
wealth.
no, no.
No.
He had like irrational anger, sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, like growling and stuff. Like that's not just daddy issues.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen some people born into wealth act insane sometimes.
And
I'm a
bringing a
bar.
gun to like bringing a gun to
Yeah,
school
because
just
they have no downsides. Like they can get away with crap. They're
I'm a
used
okay, but
to
like
bar.
a
maybe everything.
rational person isn't going to think to bring a gun
They do
initially.
that in normal schools. People bring
Yeah,
it. You're
Okay,
trolling
but
me.
they're not rational at that point.
Neither is he. He's not rational. He's just an
That's what
irrational
I
person.
said. That's why I said he's irrational.
I don't know what like that's almost expected, I feel like.
No, not all rich douche
Not
kids
all
are
rich, but
irrational.
there are rich people who act insane.
Maybe Kanye.
Name any okay, go name me a Disney child star and then tell me are they insane? And most of the time I'll go, yeah, they're pretty insane sometimes.
Mm,
Lena Gomez.
Yeah, there you go. She's pretty normal.
She's pretty okay. She's an
Really.
outlier, maybe. I mean, I don't know too much about her, so I don't hear about her. So I guess she's normal.
Zac
Freaking what's his
Efron.
name?
Yeah, Zac
He's
Efron.
busted. Have you seen his plastic surgery? That's not the
Okay,
plastic surgery of a
but
normal person.
we're not talking about how he looks or
What's her
what he
name?
chose to do
The
with his
same person.
body.
What's her name on High School Musical? Victoria, or not Victoria? Vanessa?
Vanessa Hudson. Is she
Yeah,
not
Vanessa
normal?
Hudgens. She's busted. Did you hear of her crap on COVID? Oh my gosh! If I forgot
What about Demi Lovato?
That
is
was the
busted.
worst. That was the worst.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the now Demi Lovato.
Now she's better, but like
Is she?
she was going through a rough time.
Yeah, she was.
What's his name from
Recording device before we get freaking all exiled.
Exile by who?
Wait,
Disney.
Ah, is there a dead program anyway or company soon making all these trash freaking sequels? They have no young audience anymore. Their audience are all freaking like cringers. The people who like haven't
All right.
grow up
DJ
out
James.
of Disney yet, but they don't have like a new audience. You don't hear kids talking about Disney like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the whatever it's called. What's
I
the movie?
mean, what
Snow White."
hanging out with?
But you don't hear about it. Like you don't hear about kids talking
Why
about
would
this stuff.
you hear about kids? What kids are you hanging out with?
But how does everyone know Lion King? Not
Because
and
that's what we
adults.
grew up on.
No, because it was a cultural phenomenon for kids. So everyone knew it. Like everyone's like, oh, this, every kid watches Lion King or knows Lion King or knows Pocahontas or knows the original princess movies. Kids
Inside Out
nowadays, they only care
inspired.
about yeah, adults watch it though. That's my point. The people who watch these movies most of the time
Oh, I
are
see.
people who didn't grow out of Disney. But they're not gaining
Yeah,
a new audience anymore.
I
Like
see
now
what you
kids
mean.
watch YouTube and stuff or the
Yeah,
streamers.
freaking Miles and Julian literally always just on TikTok and YouTube.
So Disney, they're on the way out. You heard it here
I mean, it's
first.
all TV though.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's the problem with TV too, is that it's all sequels. It's not like there's no original programming anymore. Well, I mean, there is, but no one like they're bad. It's either bad or sequel.
Freaking Invincible. Have you seen that?
No pull, drop two hash brown scatter.
No, I haven't
Fire
watched. I mean, I don't watch TV at all anymore because they're
on
trash.
TV on Amazon Prime.
No, I don't, the only show I watch is
Get a mar to
Simpsons.
go one platter, one round.
That's the only show
Got
I
a
will
water
watch the
scrambled
new
cheese,
episodes of. Simpsons and
uh,
Futurama, I guess.
or a hash
I
brown on the
really like
side,
Futurama though.
or a waffle.
Futurama
Futurama's
is
still
fire.
going.
Yeah, they have new seasons now.
Do they really?
Yeah, they did it in like 2020 or something, or 2019
Y'all
maybe.
niggers talking about. Wait, are we still
Oh.
live?
But Simpsons is the only show I watch now.
Damn, why is Assassin's Creed Shadows $70 fucking?
Imagine caring about that game.
What
The
show?
game, the game I meant, Assassin's Creed.
Oh
But
yeah,
It's
yeah.
doo doo.
So
I don't care what anyone says. That game is doo doo. Is no different than any Assassin's Creed that came out in the past like decade. It's just it's Japan now. Okay, Japan where I have to go through 50 freaking bases, play for 90 hours just to get the story. I'll pass. I'll wait until that game's $10 and maybe I'll get it. Or if it's on Game Pass, if it's on Game Pass, I'll play it. Did you play Valhalla, Bryant?
no, I
Did you
don't
play
care about. Like,
Odyssey?
I played Odyssey. Odyssey.
That Odyssey was doo doo.
You didn't like it,
The last good Assassin's Creed was Origins.
or you didn't like Odyssey for real?
No, it was too long and it was too empty.
Was
The whole
long as
map was
shit.
too big. There's too much crap, and then the story sucked. It didn't have to do with or Spartans. Oh, it's the post-Spartan Athens. I don't care about. No one cares about post anything. It's Greece. The only thing
Why?
people care about is freaking.
Calm down.
No,
Holy
it's
shit.
pissing me off. It pisses me off. Like people. No one cares about freaking anything after Alexander the Great. I don't care about them. I don't care about anything after Sparta. There's only two periods of Greece that people care about. Ancient Greece in those periods. It's the same with Egypt. Like, yeah, okay, it's cool. I got to see Caesar. That's not why people talk about Egypt. Nobody talks about Egypt for Caesar or freaking Cleopatra. I don't care about freaking Cleopatra. I wanted to see the pyramids get built. That ancient Egypt.
Oh, that ancient, like pre-peak Egypt.
Yeah, it's same with freaking Valhalla. We're going to talk about the Vikings when they were trying to become part of England. No one cares about that. We just wanted to pillage stuff. We wanted to burn
Yeah,
down freaking
I
stuff.
wanted to see when they first got to
Yeah,
England,
when
just
they
started
were
fucking everyone
monsters.
up.
Yeah, it's the same with Japan. Like, oh, let's talk about Japan when Yasuke was there. I don't care about freaking Yasuke. Gosh, I just wanted to be a ninja or be a samurai when Japan was freaking like going beast mode.
What game we
So
playing next?
I'm still voting for Before the Storm.
I
I
thought
mean,
that
I'm
was what we were doing anyway.
or me up.
Yeah, we can do before the storm. I'm good with that.
You can do that. We can vote later.
I mean, they're not bad. I mean, it's just as bad as Any other game.
I mean, Life is Strange is good, and I like want to know about Before the Storm.
If
But
anything, this game is the perfect podcast discussion game because it's easy to like discuss the story beats.
Yeah,
we should have played Cyberpunk. I'm playing that. It's fire.
I mean, I got it. I
I
got the
got it
last
as
set.
well.
I haven't.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hold off because I want to vote that for the next game. So
No, I'm not.
Now Brian's gonna be pissed.
I'm
Let's
already
go.
I'm like
what did you say?
I'm
Brian,
already
nothing's
playing.
playing it.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you might as well get ready for that fresh restart. But Ryan, I'm putting Cyberpunk for all three of the games.
It would be hard. It's so
It's
open
too
world.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too big.
It's big, but like we could just focus on the main story, right?
But like, if you want to, then you would not have time to do anything else.
Okay. Then we
What
can
do you
go
mean?
back and do the other stuff later when on our own
Wait,
time.
what do you mean you wouldn't have time?
If we focus on the story, like doing just story missions, we have to do like so many story missions to have a accurate, like a compelling discussion. You would not have time to like go do side quests.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the story. It's like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Like one mission is like it's all like little things and it builds up. And then, but with our time frame, we have to do like every other week probably. Then we're like start to forget. I
True.
mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think it's good.
I mean, the issue with the game before was that it was just not finished. But like, how many? It's been 5 years since it came out, so now it's
I
like
think it's well
actually
flushed
built.
now.
Cyberpunk's
Yeah.
good now, supposedly. I mean, it is good.
That game
I
was
started reading
fucking
Cyberpunk
rough.
books. I'm going
I
to
might
write my
watch
own
it.
book. Heard it here first. I'm about to be a established author in a
He's
year
gonna
or
have
so.
his hands in every cookie jar.
And then I'm
I
gonna
was playing
make
Last of Us.
characters named like Pepper and Bryant. You're gonna be reading it. You're like, that's literally me. Why is he talking about me like this?
Bryant moved to California.
Well, I'm about to get off.
Yup, same.
So it's the end of the